This, I want to bring in TRT World's Turkey analyst, Yusuf Erim, who joins us now in the studio. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, Yusuf, what is the latest and what is the Turkish government saying, and are they unified on this?
Well, yesterday around 5 o'clock Eastern European time, we had our first reports that Turkish airplanes entered Syrian airspace and started bombing PKK YPG targets. What we know so far from the Foreign Ministry is that 108 targets have been hit using 72 warplanes, mainly F-16s and F-4s. We also know that most of the places that have been hit have been on the eastern side of Afrin. Judging from Prime Minister Binali Yıldırım's statement yesterday that a ground mission could start today, and judging from the location of the targets that have been hit, it looks like we can expect a ground operation from the FSA units in Azaz, who have just received support from Turkish tanks. So that's where we're at pretty much right now. Yesterday, we also saw Prime Minister Binali Yıldırım together with minority opposition leader Devlet Bahçeli. They showed a unified stance together. They both believe in this operation. The day before that, we saw major opposition leader Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu say he wished there was a little more diplomacy, but he would be okay with the operation if there was air support. Now we see air support, so judging from his comments, he's on board. So we see President Erdogan enjoying the full support of Turkish parliament in this operation.
Okay, so all unified. Now tell me, what is Russia's role in all of this?
Well, Russia had full control over Afrin, so it was very important to get Russian approval before Turkey entered. Without Russian approval, Turkey wouldn't have had the air support, and it would have been a ground operation, which would have been very, very tough, and it would have limited probably the operation to 10 or 20 kilometer buffer zone because the terrain was very tough. Putin is very, very invested in a political solution in Syria. He was worried that a Turkish incursion could torpedo the Sochi talks 10 days from now, where it's critical to achieve a political solution. But judging from the approval of Turkey entering airspace, we can see that Erdogan and Putin have reached some form of compromise, so they've reached a solution together.
Okay. Now, tell us, how equipped are the PKK and what kind of fight are we going to expect there on the ground?
Well, so far we've seen minimal resistance from the PKK and the YPG, but they are very well equipped. They have anti-tank guided missiles, U.S. TOW missiles, Russian BM-21s, Stinger missiles. And as the Turkish army goes deeper into Afrin and Manbij, they will probably meet more resistance. The military capabilities, the organization, and the discipline of the YPG is probably much better than Daesh was at its pinnacle.
That's an incredible statistic there. That's pretty frightening.
It definitely is. The YPG is much better organized. They've enjoyed almost 2 years of U.S. training. They are fully outfitted with American weapons. Okay. And Russian weapons as well. So
why did we hear Mark Kimmett saying earlier that, you know, the US and Turkey didn't agree on, you know, on the level of fear here? They put Daesh on a different level to the PKK.
Well, the PKK YPG has been helping the US fight Daesh, and Mark Kimmett, I've talked with him before, and he sees it as okay as using one terrorist organization to fight another terrorist organization, but as they say, two wrongs don't make a right. President Erdogan doesn't see it that way. A terrorist organization is a terrorist organization.
Okay. Now, just remind us, bring us up to speed, why is this operation taking place?
Why is this operation taking place? Well, the main reason is Turkey wants to protect its borders. That's the absolute main reason. Another reason is Turkey's interested in keeping Syria whole. They don't want to see Syria break up after the civil war. They don't want to see instability. Instability across the border could lead to instability inside the border. So keeping Syria's Syrian soil, the integrity of Syrian soil whole is very important. Also, since the YPG has been in Afrin over 5 years, there's been over 350,000 people displaced from that region. The YPG has taken part in population engineering, population manipulation to shift the demographics to a more pro-YPG population in Afrin. And what Turkey wants to do is they want to bring these people back help them rebuild their lives, and make Afrin whole again.
Okay, that was very good. Thank you for that analysis.
You're welcome. Thank
That
you.
was TRT World's Turkey analyst Yusuf Erim. Thank you so much.